So today we're going to be looking at creeping forward at junctions, creeping forward at roundabouts, using that gas and clutch to hold it at the biting point and just pull forward slowly. It's been requested by a student, pupil that I teach, so I'm hoping this video helps them, and if it helps you at the same time, give it the thumbs up. Let's get going. We're doing a video on peeping and creeping, so if we stop short at junctions, if we want to move forward on a hill, move forward in traffic, hopefully this video is going to cover it for you. If you're new to driving and you're struggling with a gas and clutch and pulling off, then there's some videos in the description below, just follow them. This is like a part 4, so basically we're driving around Newport Pagnell. So I'm in first gear at the moment and I'm just looking round, set the gas first, get the biting point, and I'm off. And I'll just talk through what's happening. There's a car on the left there, it might pull out. Yeah, see, it just missed it by a little bit there. Anticipation then. So anyway, typical sort of thing as a learner, you are going to stop short at junction when you're first learning. We're going to do a left turn here, and I'll just try and talk through what I'm doing with my feet when I get further around there. So I'm slowing down, clutching for second gear, lifting the clutch up with my foot gently on the brake, and I'm just following it round. Now I'm back on the gas and just taking my time. A little bit of sun in the air, so let's push it down there. It's no good, put it back. It's gone now, the sun anyway. Anyway, looking ahead of us is a red car. Now, it's not behind us, so I'll just stop for a second. Pretend there's a car coming, and I'm braking, clutching. There's a car there, giving way, clutch down, first gear. Now I don't need the handbrake here. All I'm going to do is come off the brake, get the gas on, lift the clutch to the biting point, hold it. And if I want to move forward, a little bit of clutch, a little bit more gas lifting up. So I'm just gently doing the pedals. If you're jumping off that clutch, it's going to kangaroo, it's going to stall, bit of both, or it's going to race off fast, which is what you don't want. You want to control it, so you need to be a bit more finesse to it. You've got to be taking your time with things. So there's a junction coming up. It's quite a tricky little junction. It's a blind junction, so we're going to stop. Now, a typical one is a learner's going to stop short. So we're going to go right. So mirror signal right. I'm going to stop deliberately short. So I'm braking, clutching, and I'm stopping. Now there's a bus there. Is he going to let me go? Oh, he's letting me go, so I'm going to pull forward. Get out of his way. There we go. So I had to quickly change what I was doing then, because as we got to the junction short, a bus turned up, it needs a space, so I'll pull forward. But what I did do then is I went gas, biting point, held the clutch low, took my time going forward, and it still checked. So we could try that again, and this is the thing, I'm going to keep it rolling forward all the time, so the video might end up being a long video, but I'm hoping it gives you an insight to what's going on. So as I'm driving down there, I'm in third gear doing 27 miles an hour. Just taking my time, nothing too tricky. I can see what's going on. I'm not going to use fourth gear, it's going to push me over that in this size engine. So I'm going to use third gear, just keeping an eye on my speed every now and then, checking what's happening, looking ahead of me. And I know there's a bus on that road, so when I turn right, coming up in the next minute, I'm expecting a bus there. So we'll see what happens when we get there. So there's your right turn in the next few seconds, so you're going to see it. So I'm going to check what's going on, centre mirror right. See what's going on, a few parked cars, gently braking. I'm still okay. And there's your right turn. Mirrors, signalling. Now I'm braking, clutch goes down, second gear, lift the clutch slowly, off the brake slowly. Now that car's quite far ahead of me. Looking down the road I'm going to go into, covering the brake gently. Get my speed down to about 10 miles an hour there, just if people's curious. And we're just going to follow it down here, off the gas, clutch, into third gear, off the clutch, back on the gas. So we'll try and repeat that again. Now there's a car in the distance, I'm looking at the road, it's clear, I'm going to carry on going. Because lots of people say to me, well, I don't feel like I need to use the handbrake a lot. And that's fine. The handbrake's there to help you, so no matter how good you get at your pulling off, controlling the clutch, the handbrake's there as a backup for you. So if you stop junction, stop the car. So we're going to go right at the end of the road again, and we're going to stop short. Mirrors signaling. clutch in, first gear, and I'm stopping short, typical thing, and it's a bit of gas, a little bit of clutch, and pull forward slowly, cover the brake, lower the clutch, back on the gas, lift the clutch. But lift the clutch slowly. It's not a race off the clutch. Remember, when you're pulling them junctions, you don't need to go fast. If you lift that clutch off, it's going to race out fast. It's going to cause a problem for you. So we're going to move out this area, and we're going to carry on. I'm going to go down a high street. So going up and down a high street, it's going to be a massive hill in there I'm going to use also. So it's going to give us a hill start, and we're going to try it without the handbrake and see if we can do it. Now, you have to bear in mind, if you're constantly holding that clutch at the biting point, you are going to put pressure on the clutch, and eventually, over the year or two, it's going to shorten the lifespan of it. So just bear that in mind. When you're holding that clutch at the biting point for a long period of time, it gradually wears away. So the better you get at your clutch control, the less time you're going to spend at the biting point. You'll be getting quick at it. So you'll go gas and biting point within a couple of seconds and you're off. But when you're learning it, you're just going to take your time. So I'm braking, clutching, first gear, and I'm not going to use my handbrake. I'm going to let the car steady, gas, little bit of biting point. Now, if I want to pull forward here, so it's just holding it on a slight hill, lift the clutch a little bit more gas, hold the clutch still, and then lift the clutch up. Now, if I lift that clutch off fast, it's going to speed up. So I'll just demonstrate that again, but I'll demonstrate it come off the clutch a bit quicker so you can see it. So I'm braking, clutching, there's the car there, and now I'm going to demonstrate to come off the clutch quicker. I'm back in first gear, gas, biting point, lift the clutch quick, the car's juddering, it's trying to stall on me. Alright, so you've got to be a little bit of finesse, lift it off at the right speed. It takes practice, back into third gear. It can't be done within an hour or two, so don't feel like, oh God, I can't do that straight away. Do steps at a time. You know, follow that first video I put out, and the second video, and the third. First one's about moving off and stopping, if you wondered. The second one's about moving off in busy traffic, and the third one's about moving off at roundabouts. And this one is about peeping and creeping, pulling away slowly, controlling that clutch. So we're going to go to a roundabout, and we're going to go to a high street. And I'm hoping I end up stopping a few times. So it'll be interesting what we do, and I'll try and talk through what we're doing. So there's a roundabout ahead of us. We're going to go left, so it's centre left, signalling, and now I'm off the gas, covering the brake. I'm in third, so I'm going down second, got my speed down to 20 miles an hour, lifting the clutch slowly. If I jump off it quick, I'll judder. Covering the brake, and I'm on the gas gently, and I'm doing 10 or 8 miles an hour then in second gear. Off the gas, clutch it, back to third, off the clutch slowly, back on the gas. Remember, as that clutch comes off, the gas goes on. If you put the gas on a fraction too soon, you're going to hear the car rev and judder. If you put the gas on too late, the car's going to slow down when you come off the clutch. So you've got to, it's timing it. So as one comes off, one goes on, like a balancing act. And I'm in third gear, temporary traffic lights, keep an eye on them. They're on green still. There's a roundabout. I'm going to be doing a right turn, so it's centre mirror, right, signalling. And I'm in third, slowing down for second, clutching it, lift the clutch slowly, cover the brake still, check to my right, and I'm going to carry on entering. That's it. And it's 20 zone, so I'm just going to keep it in second gear. And I'm just gently on the gas. So when you're in these slow high streets, it's not fast on the gas, it's gently on the gas. And there's pedestrian crossings ahead of me. I'm just looking around. I'm in second gear, just gently pressing that gas. Keep an eye on that speed every now and then, because it's a 20 zone. You know, it's quite easy to go over it. I've got a mini roundabout coming up, and I'm hoping to do a little bit of stopping, but at the moment there's not a lot going on, so I'm just gently covering the brake. I'll just go into this car park here actually. That'll give me a couple of things to do. There's a car park on the right. So I'm going to go do a right turn to the car park, mirror signal right, and I'm taking my time for that corner because I can't see what's coming. So I'm just going to slow down, and I still can't see, so I'm stopping, clutching, first gear. This is where I'm going to use gas and hold the biting point, and just hold that clutch still. And all I've done then was a little bit of gas and a very little bit of clutch to make it move slowly, because I couldn't see what was coming. I didn't want to commit myself too quickly. is the sort of thing, back in second gear, back off the clutch. I'm going to go round that corner and I'm going to look for a, now when I go around the corner it's going to be a hill, so I'm going to use a little bit of gas and clutch to control things. And I'm just going to slow myself down. So I'm covering the brake now, clutch down, and I'm looking for a space. Now there's nothing here, there's one behind me, but I'm not parking up, I'm just demonstrating things. So I'm just going to go gas and biting point and just lift the clutch a little bit, hold it, and then lower the clutch a little bit, slow down, and just lift it a little bit to move forward. So that's all I'm doing. I'm not in such a race. Now if I want to move off properly, I'm going to lift the clutch up and increase the gas together, so it just moves off together. So it's not a race to do things. I'm just taking my time because it's busy. I'm just keeping it in first gear, looking round, because second gear might be a bit quick for it. I'm doing, I don't know, I'll check in a second. I'm doing 8 miles an hour. As the exit, I'm going to be going left to go back up the high street, and we'll go to that big hill we talked about. I'm just covering my brake, lowering the clutch, checking, and then I'm not going to use my handbrake, let the car steady. I'll let him pull out in front of me, because he might as well do him a favour. She's a way of saying thank you. And all the time I'm on the clutch and just covering the brake. The car on the left and gas, she's going to pull out. Biting point, hold the clutch still. If I lift off it quick, I'm going to speed up too much, remember that. And just gently let the car pick up its own speed. Back to second gear, off the clutch, cover the brake, mirrors to the left, signal to the left, check to the right. Keep an eye on that car. It's definitely clear, back on the gas. And I'm just taking my time. And I'm not rushing, I'm not in a massive rush to do things. I'm going to be going left coming up, so going down a one-way street. So as I go around the corner, there's a good possibility I end up stopping. So I'm looking ahead of me, just getting out of my seat a bit, looking at the road. It's very narrow, it's not very big, just going slow. Very narrow, and I was really close to the curb, just taking my time. I'm just looking at the road now. I'm in second gear, doing 18, 17 miles an hour. Not going fast. I've got some roadwork sign, I've got a two-way traffic sign ahead of me, I've got a car behind me, and I've got a big hill with a roundabout on it. And I'm going to be turning right at the roundabout. So I'm not going to use the handbrake, I'm going to demonstrate it without the handbrake. Unless that car goes right behind me, then I might use the handbrake then. So I'm going to be going right, and because I can't see, I'm going to stop. So I'm stopping, first gear, and I'm just going to go gas and biting point, hold it. And I've got the gas on, it's on 1,000 revs. I'm looking, I'm just adjusting the clutch to pull forward slowly. And that was a hill start without the handbrake. So I'll do that again. I'll go around and do that again so you can see it again. So I have to rush it a little bit then because there's a car waiting. But once you get good at clutch control, you don't always need the handbrake. But if you're worried about the car behind you, the handbrake works every time. And then get your gas and biting point in that order, and then you'll be fine. But you obviously on a hill, to pull off, more power, more clutch. Otherwise you're going to roll backwards or stall. So we'll do that again. And all I've done then, and I'll show you again, is I just adjusted both feet. I put a little bit more power, a little bit more clutch, and we're talking millimetre or two, half the thickness of a pound coin. You know, that's all we're talking adjustments. We're not talking massive adjustments. If you lift that clutch off too quick, it's probably going to stall on you or judder. So you've got a guy walking across me on the right, yeah, not checking, he's got an ear aid in, and I'm just turning and taking my time. You've got to be careful on high streets, got to watch what people are up to. And we'll go back round to that hill start. So I'll try and demonstrate it again, what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do with my feet. I'm hoping it helps you. By the way, if you like the videos, by the way, click on subscribe, click on like, feel free to share them. So we've got that two-way traffic sign, the red warning sign telling us ahead of us. It's going to be a bit wide for the blue box so don't hit it. Maybe a bit bin around this morning possibly. And there's the roundabout. We're going to be doing right turn again. but we're going to be stopping short, because that sort of thing a learner does, stop short. So mirrors signalling, deliberately stopping short by about a car length, and you can't see anything. So signal back on, I've stopped in second, back into first, gas, biting point. Now I rolled a little bit then, didn't I? So if I do that again, load the clutch, back on the brake, and if I lift the clutch a little bit, but not too high, I can go gas and biting point, doesn't roll as much. And I'm pulling forward by just a little bit of clutch. Gas is about 1,500 revs. I need a bit more power. And if I want to slow down, I'll lower the clutch a little bit. And if I go forward, I'll lift the clutch up a little bit. But we're talking minute measurements there. It's just practice. So go to a quiet hill and practice it. And I'm pulling forward, creeping. And I'm looking down the road, and I'm just looking both ways now. And it's clear, so adjust the clutch a little bit higher with a bit more power. If you just lift the clutch up with not enough power, all that good work's going to stall. So, if you like the video, like I said, feel free to share it, feel free to like it, feel free to watch it again. And good luck on your driving lessons. And if this is helping you and you want something similar, put a comment below. Tell me what sort of things you're looking at. I might already have the video for you. I might put a link for it for you. Good luck and safe driving.